What a nice group of people we have today for our class, Everyday Breathwork. We will not just be learning. I'm not going to be lecturing. I'm going to be showing and guiding a little bit of breath work for you to experience it for yourself. Breathwork sells itself. I'm not going to tell you all the things it does. I'm going to guide you to feeling a little bit of what it does. And I'm going to give you some guidance and support for how to integrate breath into your everyday in this class. What are you bringing today? One word, just one word for how you feel in your body, how you feel in your mind, how you feel in your spirit. Feel free to be honest. I feel nervous. Sometimes stating how we feel, a lot of times stating how we feel, can dissipate that feeling as soon as we're seen around it, as soon as we speak it. Thank you for bringing yourself to this space, even with all of this going on, even with your anxiety, even with your tension, even with your pain. You came here today. So right off the bat, number one, give yourself a little pat on the back. You showed up. If I don't know you, my name is Rai. I am a board certified health coach, a pause certified breathwork facilitator, and I guide people using their breath and plant medicine to connect to their own wisdom and to experience healing. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, raise your hand. Sick and tired of the same old, yes, hello. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. There's so much stuckness in the world today, right? It's like there's all this information about how to change and all these mindset hacks and all these inspirational quotes on Instagram about how to be better and do better and be more evolved and step in. And then in the day-to-day, it's like, but how do I do that, right? Like I still feel bad, right? I've experienced the same things a lot of the time. And what I have found personally for me, and in the 4 years I've been working with people using plant medicine intentionally, and the last 6 months of working with people to use breathwork intentionally, is that both the tools of plant medicine in microdoses and breathwork facilitate that shift that you're looking for. That like, oh, this is different. I can get behind this now because I can actually feel something different, right? Here's how this is going to work. We're going to blow through a 30-minute class. I will guide you through 3 different breathing patterns that are easy to do not require memorization. You don't have to write down how to do them. You can if that is helpful for you. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about how to integrate these patterns into your everyday life so that this shifting that we're talking about, shifting of your state, is easily accessible by you. Your breath is free. Your breath is free and it's with you all the time. Okay, so I'm going to support you and using this free tool for yourself. So right off the bat, I just want to invite us to drop in and just notice, don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. I want to invite you to close your eyes and just notice how you're breathing right now. Notice where you're breathing in from and how much breath you're taking in. And notice how you're exhaling. Just taking inventory. Good. Now I want to invite you, eyes still closed, to just very gently invite an inhalation through your nose, filling your body up completely, and exhale from your mouth a little bit slower than you inhaled, if it's available to you. Continue that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Very simple. This is a conscious, continual breath. So the idea here is that it's one breath going in and out without any stops, without any starts. And whatever's happening for you, just go with it. See if you can bring a little bit more intention to that inhalation, really filling your body up as much as possible on the inhale. And then bring some intention to that exhalation, really emptying out to completion. Good. Without changing much, just coming back to this space and noticing. Noticing. What did you notice? What's different? Perhaps you're more aware of your discomfort. When I first started breathing, it was like, oh, so I'm going to sit in my neck pain now. Okay. Perhaps you're feeling more relaxed. Or maybe you're like, are we doing it? Is this the class yet? Am I doing it right? Right. Whatever is happening, whatever you're experiencing, it's good, it's right, and it's okay. One of the biggest things I see with people I'm working with who are struggling deeply is that they are rejecting their experience, right? They're judging it. I should have been more relaxed, right? I must have missed something because I'm not feeling the same way the others do. Right? I'm not good at this. This won't help me. My anxiety is much bigger than a couple of breaths. Just notice. Now I'm going to offer you a different breath pattern. Your inhalation is going to come in through the nose still, but you're going to pulse and bring in 2 inhalations. So you'll fill up in the belly and then you'll fill up in the chest. And it sounds like this. And then you'll exhale. Double inhalation. That's it. We're going to do about 10 of these. Whatever you're feeling, let it be here. You can't do this wrong. Let it be at the speed that feels good for you, and breathe in as deeply as it feels good for you. That's it. You're doing it just right. Beautiful. A few more. That's it. Just letting your body breathe. Letting your body move as you breathe. And letting the breath move through your body. Letting that breath go in the next few moments, I want you to just be in your body. If your mind is chattering, that's fine. Let it be here. But just notice what's here for you. I'm noticing that my heart rate has stabilized and my mind chatter has gone from maybe a 7 to a 5. I'm also noticing the sound of the fish tank in the room I'm in and the temperature of the air on my skin. 2 things I did not notice before I breathed. Notice, what do you feel on your skin? What do you hear? And how is your body? Allowing your eyes to open, bring yourself back to the class, to this space, as slowly as you'd like, seeing if you can stay connected to one of the sensations that's here for you, whether it's a feeling in your body or quiet in your mind, or maybe you're just lightheaded and you're like, woo, what's that about, right? Right? Yeah. What's different? What's different now? That was just a few minutes of intentional effort. 2 different breath patterns. We just did an in through the nose and out through the mouth. We call that halo active. And then we did a 3-part breath. 1, 2, 3. So the science behind this breath work is really simple. We're literally just seeing how much oxygen we can exchange in our body, converting to CO2 in a meditative state, in an intentional state. So tingling, lightheadedness, sometimes even cramping. If you, in the longer journeys, the body can start to cramp as energy moves. We're alkalizing the blood with this much oxygen. There's science to this and loads of research. And we are detoxifying, essentially, detoxifying stuck energy, stagnant emotions that have never been expressed, and even toxins can be mobilized with this style of breath work. Do you see the power in this? Right? And we just breathed for a couple of minutes. We're going to do another breath work pattern in just a few minutes, but I want to talk a little bit about how to do this in the everyday. So many of you have been breathing with me on and off for the last 6 months as I become certified. And in between sessions, when I reach out to you, you say, I really wish I could do this on my own, right? I got to get back with you because I need another breathwork session. And my passion here and my passion in coaching, when I was nutrition coaching, is not to make you dependent on me to feel okay. My passion is to guide you to your own intuition, your own breath, your own instinct, so you can make yourself feel okay when you need to, right? We all need teachers and we all need guides. I've got plenty of teachers. There's something really beautiful about a teacher. It's okay to have one. And I don't want you to see me as your source of okayness. I want you to find that in yourself. And the breath can help you do that. So let's examine that pattern that we just did, that tri-active or that 3-part breath, that can be a deep, big one like I just did, right? So that's my 13-year-old comes in and says, I had an online test today I was supposed to do, but I didn't log on to my thing like I'm supposed to, and I didn't do it, right? Right? What's your version of that in your day-to-day, right? Is that your 2-year-old saying, mom, 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 mom? Okay. Is that your boss? Ding, sending you a text? The first thing I want you to do, if you're trying to shift that anxious reaction, that shitty feeling, that depressed feeling, that state that you don't want anymore, take a breath in the face of the trigger immediately. Okay. Wave your hand if you think you could try that in the next 24 hours, right? Yeah. If physical pain is your trigger, right? You start to notice like, oh shit, here's the headache, right? Oh man, I had the thing I'm not supposed to eat and the stomach ache is starting, right? When you notice even your mind starting to go to the symptom, that's a big one for me. And then look for the solution. What supplements can I take? What can I do? Right? Start to panic about the pain. Everyday breath. Okay. That's number one way to integrate it in the moment before you blow. Yeah. And now some people will say to me, but right, I lose my temper or whatever the trigger, whatever the reaction to the trigger is, right? I lose my shit before I even remember that I have a breath. Can you relate? Right? I'm already anxious, right? There isn't time between the trigger and my reaction. You can very easily, very quickly begin to create that time for yourself. This is where plant medicine, microdosing works for a lot of folks. On a microdosing day, there's a little bit more space to remember you have a choice. Yeah. And then you get to practice that breath. The more you bring the breath into your life, the slower time will go. That internal time of like, right? The more we can slow down that time, and the more you will realize, oh, there are moments for my breath, right? My mind and my trauma are telling me, no, go, react, right? Do the next thing, make another list. That's your trauma talking. If you are unable to find space and time, the breath will slow down some of that internal speed so you have space. Does that land okay? Yeah. So practicing will give you more space. Stopping and doing some breath for 2 to 4 minutes. So first thing in the morning is a powerful time to do 2 to 4 minutes of breath work. Literally 2 to 4 minutes, the length of a song, I like to tell people. So go through your phone, go through your CDs if you still got them, go through your iPod, is that still a thing? And pick a song. Pick a song you like. Usually it's going to be around 3 to 4 minutes, right? Some songs are longer, but generally 3 to 4 minutes. Press play, sit down, and breathe. 2 minutes of that, and you will shift your state. Okay. This is everyday breath work. And some people say to me, I don't, right? This is like when people would tell me, just sit down and meditate for 10 minutes. When I first started doing my healing work, and I was like, what? I don't have 10 minutes to sit down and do nothing. That's insanity, right? Different from meditation, breath work gives you something to do, right? You got to breathe. There's a focus here, right? Not just sitting with your thoughts in pain. You can let your mind chatter during breath work. You do not have to work to clear your mind. The breath is going to do it for you, right? You came back from that 3 minutes that we just did and said, I'm calmer. My body's calmer. My mind is calmer. The breath does the work. All you have to do is breathe. That is the best part of breath work. Pick a song, put it on, lunch break, in the bathroom, when you take a break, right? Between that time when you're shifting from work to family. I find breath work brilliant for transitions. Anybody else struggle with transitions, right? It's like, oh, it's time to stop doing that thing and start doing this thing. Even if I hate doing the thing that I'm doing, my brain won't let me stop, right? I'm still working, and now I'm at dinner and kids, but I'm still working over here. And now I'm working at dinner and the kids. And now I'm doing 2 full-time jobs and trying to manage my internal experience. Yeah, no wonder the period between 4 and 7 p.m. used to be the time when I would scream, right? When I would yell, when I would threaten. Here's your third tip for integrating breath work into life. Do it while you do things. So as I'm cooking dinner and I feel the internal chaos and I feel that build happening of, oh, someone's going to get it, right? And everybody's like a little bit scared, but still being crazy all around me, right? And the build is happening. What am I doing as I cook? Sometimes it takes 3 of those to shift that build. And man, I can yell. You're not looking at a sort of calm person who's shifting a sort of elevated reaction. You're looking at someone who was raised by Italians who would not only yell at me, but they'd hit me on the head and ask me if I was stupid, right? Anybody relate? Right? So you're raised with that level of, right? And then you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that. And what happens in your real life as an adult? You're finding ways to do that and be that, right? Programming is real. And the breath is an extremely efficient way to shift that. So there you go. Stop and do 1 breathwork song. Do the breath in the moment when you feel like, I'm going to have a reaction. And let me shift it. And do the breath in real life. Showers, out for a walk, in the car, as you're washing the dishes. You have tons of opportunities to breathe. Okay. All right, let's learn 2 more quick breaths. These I use when I really want to shift my mental state. So the first is when I have brain fog, I will use this breath when I'm just feeling like I don't know what's next, right? I'm sort of just stuck and I don't know how to shift. This is called the bliss breath. And you are just using your nose for this breath pattern. My yogi friends know it as breath of fire. I prefer to call it bliss. It sounds less torturous. And you only need to do it for 30 seconds at a time to feel the shift. This breath pattern happens in and out of the nose, and it looks and sounds like this. You are pushing out the exhalation with your belly. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect for practicing it, but let me see you do in and out of through the nose with some fire, with some intention, the bliss breath. That's it. It can be slower and gentler. However your body wants to do this breath. Good. Letting it go. Just noticing what's here now. You may notice something different than clearing the brain fog. I use that one whenever I don't know what to do. Lean into it one more time. Beautiful. Bliss breath. Same thing. On a walk, in the shower, at dinner, losing your patience. Okay, and one more breath, and then we'll practice both of these. The blow breath. The blow breath. This one is incredible for moving stuck energy. If you're feeling really angry, if you keep replaying that thing that the person said that you wish you'd replied to differently. Anybody do this? Ruminating, right? Like, oh, I said that thing and it was so dumb and I wish I'd said this, or I can't believe that person sent me an email that said this, right? And 6 hours later, you're still like, having thoughts about that email, right? And you're like, oh my God, I just want to let it go. I really do. I promise I want to let it go, but my brain and my body won't let me. Yeah, because it's stuck energetically in your system and it needs to move out. Okay. And the way you can do that is with the blow breath. This breath is in and out through the mouth entirely. So bliss was just nose, blow is just the mouth, and you are blowing out a candle on the exhalation. It looks and sounds like this. Just like that. Go ahead and practice it. It's one candle. You don't have to blow hard. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it for very long. And everything's happening through the mouth. You choose your pace. You choose your depth. Good. Letting that one go. Noticing. How do you feel? Yeah, this one it can get you lightheaded pretty quickly, right? It shifts energy very fast. When I use this in a breathwork journey, I do it for 2 or 3 minutes max at a time because longer than that is not sustainable. Does anybody feel a little bit like emotional? Yeah, it's okay if not. A couple minutes of this breath could move the emotion that's behind the rumination out. So a lot of times that rumination is because there's something unexpressed there. You're actually pissed off about the email, but you haven't expressed that because it's my boss and I can't, would be what you're saying to yourself. Okay, maybe you can't say to your boss, go F yourself. That email was rude. But you can say to yourself, I feel really mad. I feel really disrespected right now. I'm pissed. Ooh, I feel better. Literally, I feel better. I don't know what it is. I must have had some anger to move. I feel better just saying how I felt, right? We're so unexpressed in this culture as women. We're so unexpressed, especially around anger, sadness, grief, right? I was always terrified to feel sadness. I thought if I start to feel sad, if I start to grieve, I'm going to get stuck there forever because that shit's bottomless, right? Yeah, that's a lie. That's the lie your mind is telling you to protect you. Our emotions are meant to move up and through our bodies. And often on the other side is more goodness, more of you, more authenticity, more space. Okay. So we're going to do the bliss breath and the blow breath together in a 3-minute practice here. Okay. And we're going to just feel this breath with one song. In my breathwork journeys in my program, I use music. And this is how I was trained through pause. I use music to help facilitate longer breathwork journeys. So if we're doing over 7 minutes of breathwork, I will invite you to lie down because you can get pretty lightheaded, and lying down will allow you to do more deeper work. Stay sitting up today if that feels good. Some of you are already lying down. Great. You know that works better for your breathing. And I'm going to put a song on. Going to cue you. We're going to alternate between the bliss breath and the blow breath, and we're going to hold our breath in between. It's a simple 3-minute practice today, and we're really going to shift our state, and I'm going to let the breath show you how easy it is to shift. Okay, go ahead and drop in, feeling your body, feeling yourself here in this space. Yeah, ready to commit to 3 minutes of breath. If it feels good, set an intention for what you would like to release. Good. Being right here, right now in your body, we're going to start right away with that blow breath, knowing that you'll sustain it for about 30 seconds here. Blowing away using just your mouth, inhaling through the mouth and exhaling with a blow. Blowing away whatever it is that you're done with. Any anger, any frustration, any sadness. Whatever you're holding today, depression, stagnation, irritation, just know that it's not yours. It's a sensation in your body and you can move it. Good, just like that. Blowing it away. Yes. And then as soon as you are able, I want you to take a full exhalation all the way out and hold your breath at the bottom with no air in you, just for a moment, feeling yourself here. Yeah, breathing when your body wants you to. And shifting now to the nose breathing of the bliss breath. In and out. Through your nose. Whatever pace, whatever depth feels good to you, about 30 seconds of moving more energy. Yes. You might feel uncomfortable. That's normal. You might want to stop. It's okay if you need to. Hang for 10 more seconds. Yes, that's it. And when you're able to, take a full inhalation through your nose all the way to the top and hold your breath with air in your lungs. Beautiful. Your body is healing you right now. When you're ready to let go, choosing that exhalation. And coming back to one more quick round of the blow breath here. 15 seconds. That's it. You're almost there. Beautiful. That's it. Letting that blow breath go. and just being in your body now. That was 3 minutes and 30 seconds of exchanging air and being in your body. What would be different if you could access this state in your day-to-day? How would you show up differently? Who would you be? Yeah. Making your way back. Slowly, staying where you are if you need to. Good. I want to thank you so much for showing up here today. Think about how your life would be different with more breath, how the world can be different if everyone was breathing, right? This work that you did today is transformative and has a ripple effect. Give me a little wave if you think you can do 1 minute of breath work tomorrow. 1 minute. Yeah. I'm going to go over our 3 patterns one more time. Try active. Bliss. Flow. Bring them into your day tomorrow. Let me know if you need any support or help with it. I'm honored you're doing this work. I can't wait to guide and support you. Have a beautiful day.